Have you ever walked into a grocery store, looked at the price of a loaf of bread or a carton of milk and wondered, when did eating become a luxury? Well, you're not alone. It's happening everywhere, and today we're diving deep into why and how. In just the last year, the average cost of groceries for a typical American family has shot up by a staggering 15%. Yes, you heard that right, 15%. Has anyone received a 15% pay raise? I'll wait. And when we zoom out and compare today's prices to what they were 2 years ago, the hike is even more jaw-dropping. For example, a gallon of milk that cost $3.50 in 2022 now costs around the $5 mark in many places. That's a 42% increase, folks. But it's not just milk, eggs, bread, fruits, and vegetables. You name it, and I assure you the price tag has seen better days. And while our wages have seen some increase, they haven't kept pace with these rising costs. The result? A grocery bill that's growing faster than Jack's Beanstalk, leaving many to wonder, are we heading back to times as tough as the Great Depression? Please take 2 seconds to help me out and hit the like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far. Each like and subscribe helps support this channel and keeps us motivated to keep making you great content. Thank you. Now, back to what I was saying. We're not just asking the tough questions, we're searching for answers. Why are prices skyrocketing? What does this mean for our kitchens and wallets? And most importantly, what can we do about it? So buckle up, because we're about to take a closer look at the escalating cost of living, starting with our grocery bills. Remember when a trip to the grocery store didn't feel like embarking on a treasure hunt for the best deals? Let's turn back the clock and see just how much the prices of our everyday staples have climbed. A dozen eggs, a staple in every kitchen, would cost around $1.50. Fast forward to today, and you're looking at shelling out close to $3 for the same dozen. That's a 100% jump. And bread? A loaf of plain white bread has gone from $2 to $3.50. It seems even our bread is feeling the inflation pinch. Milk, the backbone of breakfasts everywhere, has seen a similar fate. Imagine just 2 years ago pouring a gallon of milk into your cereal for a cool $3.50. Now, that same gallon demands a whopping $5 from your wallet. That's not just change, it's a sign of the times. Coffee, the morning wake-up call for millions, has also seen its fair share of increases. The average price for a pound of ground coffee was around $4.50 2 years ago. Now, coffee lovers are paying upwards of $6.50, marking a 45% increase. This jump not only affects the morning routine, but also reflects the broader economic trends affecting commodities worldwide. And let's not overlook the produce section. A bag of apples, a healthy snack favorite, has gone from costing an average of $3.50 to now hitting the $5 mark. And vegetables? A pound of tomatoes, essentially for salads and sauces, once cost $1.20. Today, it's closer to $2. These increases aren't trivial. They're indicators of a larger shift in our cost of living. But it's not just these items. From fruits to veggies, from meats to cereals, the grocery landscape has transformed dramatically. The question on everyone's lips, what's driving these prices up and up, seemingly without an end? Is it supply chain disruptions, increased demand, or perhaps policies that have unintended consequences on our shopping carts? As we delve deeper into this grocery price onion, we're not just shedding tears over the complexity, but also over the real impact it has on families just like yours and mine. The strain on our wallets is more than just numbers on a receipt. It's about the choices we're forced to make every day. But don't worry, we're not leaving you in the aisle wondering. We're here to uncover the layers, one price tag at a time, bringing to light the intricate web of factors that make our daily bread a luxury rather than a given. This journey through the aisles of our grocery stores is a call to understand the forces at play in our economy and how they affect our daily lives. From the fields where our food is grown to the policies that shape our economy, everything connects to the seemingly simple act of buying groceries. Ever wondered why your grocery bill feels heavier each time you leave Walmart, Whole Foods, or Costco? Well, you're not alone in this. Today, we're zooming in on these retail giants to uncover the story behind the rising digits on your receipts. Known for its everyday low prices, Walmart has been a go-to for families looking to stretch their dollars. But even here, prices have been creeping up. Take, for example, a basic necessity like a 5-pound bag of flour. Last year, $2. This year, you're looking at $3.50. And it's not just flour. A 10-pack of frozen chicken breasts has jumped from $10 to $15. That's a 50% increase. The low-price haven isn't as low as it used to be. Moving on to Whole Foods, the palace of organic and specialty foods. Here, the price tags have always been a bit higher, given the premium quality, but the recent hikes, they're hard to swallow. Organic apples, a simple snack, have gone from $2 a pound to $3.50. And almond milk, a staple for the dairy-free among us, has surged from $3 to $4.50 per carton. The premium on eating clean just got pricier. Now let's wheel our cart over to Costco, where buying in bulk is the game. The promise of savings when you buy more has attracted legions of loyal customers, but even Costco's colossal packages can't hide from inflation. A case of 24 canned tomatoes used to cost $18. Now it's $25. And that giant tub of peanut butter, it's gone from $7 to $10. Even in bulk, the prices are bulking up. So what's going on? Why are these price hikes hitting us hard no matter where we shop? Is it the cost of doing business? Changes in consumer habits, or something else? Each store has its story, but the plot twist? They're all chapters in the same book of rising living costs. Have you ever stood in front of the rising prices at the grocery store and asked yourself, why? What's fueling these hikes? It's like every time we shop, the numbers on the price tags have played leapfrog, jumping higher and higher. First off, the elephant in the room, supply chain issues. Remember when it was hard to find toilet paper? Well, it turns out that disruptions in the supply chain affect more than just our bathroom comforts. They hit our food supplies too. A breakdown in one part of the world means a ripple effect felt on our grocery shelves. For instance, a drought in a major grain-producing country doesn't just mean less grain. It means higher prices for bread, cereal, and even meat as feed prices soar. Last year alone, supply chain disruptions contributed to a 5% jump in grocery prices. Another piece of the puzzle, inflation and economic policies. It's no secret that money has been flowing freely to combat the economic downturns of recent events. But with more money chasing the same amount of goods, prices inevitably rise. The call for balanced fiscal policies and streamlined regulations is louder than ever. These measures aim to stabilize prices by encouraging investment and production, rather than just pumping more money into the system. After all, a strong economy thrives on strong policies that foster growth and stability. And then there are the global events that no one can predict but everyone feels: pandemics, geopolitical tensions, and natural disasters. These aren't just headlines, they're real factors shaking the foundation of our grocery prices. For example, the recent pandemic led to a significant labor shortage, slowing down production and distribution across the globe. And let's not forget the geopolitical tensions that disrupt trade routes, leading to scarcity and, you guessed it, higher prices. Last year, global events were estimated to account for up to 3% of the total price increases in groceries. The price tags we see today are the result of a complex dance of supply chain issues, inflationary pressures, and the unpredictable nature of global events. But understanding these causes is the first step towards navigating this new terrain. And remember, knowledge is power. By knowing the why, we can better prepare for the how to budget, how to make informed choices, and how to advocate for policies that will help stabilize the cost of living. Have you ever had to put back a grocery item because it just didn't fit into your budget anymore? It's a reality many of us are facing more frequently. Today, we're peeling back another layer of this situation to reveal its impact on families and individuals. It's about the real-life adjustments and challenges we're navigating through. With grocery prices climbing, families across the nation are rethinking their shopping lists. Gone are the days of impulse buys. In comes the era of strategic shopping, hunting for deals, clipping coupons, and even shifting towards less expensive, sometimes less preferred brands. A recent survey highlighted that 60% of American families have cut down on grocery expenses, substituting meat and fresh produce with more affordable yet less nutritious options. And this brings us to a crucial point: nutrition. The choices we're forced to make aren't just about taste or preference, they're about our health. Opting for cheaper, processed foods over fresh fruits and vegetables has long-term consequences. Nutritional experts are sounding the alarm, warning of a potential rise in diet-related health issues. The cost? far more than just the price of groceries. It's a price paid in the health and well-being of our families. But perhaps the most profound impact on these price hikes is not on our plates, but in our minds. The stress of stretching every dollar, of having to say no to your child's favorite snack, of constantly worrying about the next bill. It's taking a toll. Mental health professionals report a significant increase in anxiety and depression linked to financial strain. This isn't just about economics, it's about the emotional fabric of our society. These challenges underscore the importance of policies that boost the economy, support job creation, and ensure that families can afford the basics like groceries. It's a call to action for policies that not only stimulate economic growth, but also safeguard the nutritional and mental well-being of our nation. Ever thought we'd be looking back at the Great Depression, not just in history books, but as a mirror to our current times? It seems almost unthinkable, yet here we are, drawing parallels between then and now. But how close are we really to those days that tried men's souls? Let's dive into a bit of history and crunch some numbers to see where we stand. The Great Depression, a decade-long economic downturn, began with the stock market crash of 1929. Unemployment soared to 25%, and a staggering number of banks failed. Families across America struggled to put food on the table. Bread lines and soup kitchens became the grim symbols of that era. Fast forward to today, and while we're facing our challenges, the landscape is quite different. Consider this. During the Great Depression, the price of basic groceries like bread saw fluctuations that, when adjusted for inflation, make our current price hikes seem less drastic. However, the key difference lies in the scale and response. Today's unemployment rate, while it has seen its peaks, remains significantly lower than the 25% of the 30s. And thanks to modern safety nets and economic policies, the banking system remains robust, preventing a collapse like that of the Depression era. But it's not all black and white. The stress on families, the uncertainty about the future, the struggle to afford basic needs, these echoes from the past resonate with many today. The cost of living, especially groceries, has indeed put a strain on households. Yet, unlike the 30s, we have more resources, more technology, and hopefully more wisdom to navigate these waters. The solution really lies in leveraging these advantages. It's about fostering economic policies that stimulate growth, ensure job security, and protect the purchasing power of the average American. By encouraging innovation, streamlining regulations, and supporting the backbone of our economy, small businesses, we can turn the tide. As we reflect on the lessons from the Great Depression, let's also remember the resilience that saw our forebears through those tough times. What strategies are you employing to navigate today's economic challenges? How can we as a community support one another and advocate for policies that secure a brighter future? Ever wondered how, in times of trouble, both big and small actions can make a world of difference? It's in our toughest moments that our collective strength shines brightest. So what can we do, both on the ground and in the halls of power, to turn the tide against rising grocery bills and economic strain? Imagine a world where smart, thoughtful policies make your grocery bill more manageable. It's not just a dream. Initiatives focused on stabilizing prices, supporting agriculture, and enhancing supply chain efficiency can ease the burden. Think about the impact of reduced tariffs on imported goods or tax breaks for local farmers. These aren't just numbers on a page, they're potential lifelines for families struggling to make ends meet. And it's not all about what's happening in the capital. Right in our neighborhoods, there's power in community action. Food co-ops that offer quality goods at lower prices, local gardens that bring fresh produce to our tables, and community kitchens that teach budget-friendly cooking skills. Each of these initiatives helps bridge the gap between what's on the shelf and what's within reach for everyone. But what about the here and now? How do we navigate today's grocery aisles with an eye on tomorrow's budget? Start with planning your meals and sticking to a list. It's simple but effective. Some people have noticed that when they use apps to order their groceries like Instacart or Amazon Prime's Whole Foods, they stay closer to their budget than when they go in person and mindlessly grab a ton of extra things they don't need and end up spending way more. Explore generic brands too. The savings can be surprising. And don't underestimate the power of bulk buying, especially for non-perishables. Every penny saved is a penny earned, after all. As we've seen, from policy changes to community gardens and even our daily shopping habits, there's a spectrum of solutions at our fingertips. But it starts with us, sharing ideas, supporting local initiatives, and letting our voices be heard on the issues that matter most. Thanks for watching, and please make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed the video and watch this one as well.